Hello fellow mechanics, it is Jessica, and today I'll be doing a video similar to what Kirsten did a few weeks ago, in which she did a ranking of 9 out of the 12 Monkees albums, and that was from the Monkees to Changes. What I'll be doing in this video is I'll be ranking the Monkees self-titled album to Good Times, so I'll be doing their entire discography. This is kind of me saying goodbye to my Monkees album ratings, because I can never really find the time to do just us, Changes, and Pull It, because well, I'm not in the right place to rate them. So let's get right into this list. So at number 12 we have the 1987 album Pull It. The reason why that's at the bottom is because 80s music is not really my thing. Like, I'm very selective on the 80s songs and artists and albums that I listen to. But yeah, Pull It, it wasn't that good of an album to me. It was rather boring, and it only had one good song on that album, and that was Long Way Home. So yeah, overall the album, it was underwhelming. 11, we have the 1970 album Changes, which consisted of Daisy and Mickey, because Michael had full-on left the Monkees at that point. To me, there were only two good songs on that album, and that was Midnight Train and 99 Pounds. Like, they're actually pretty cool. But, Midnight Train, I prefer the recording that you can listen to on the selections from the Headquarters Sessions album. The album, it's more background noise to me. Like, you can listen to the album while you're doing something like homework or, if you're a teacher grading. But other than that, And the album cover low-key breaks my heart, because it's so hard to look at a picture of the Monkees without all four Monkees. Moving on. Number 10, we have the 1996 album Just Us, to celebrate the Monkees' 30th anniversary, and that was the final album in which all four Monkees were together in the studio. That album was a crash and burn to me. Like, it was not that good, but I liked more songs on the Just Us album than Changes and Pull It, which is why it's at a higher ranking than those two. But yeah, it still wasn't that good of an album to me. The punk sound, like, I get it, they were trying to get with the times, do a new sound, but it didn't work well to me. But there are some really cool tunes, such as Admiral Mike, Circle Sky with the new lyric additions, and You and I. So at number 9, we have the 1967 album More of the Monkees, and don't get me wrong, there's some really amazing songs on that album, such as Laugh, Look Out Here Comes Smile, The Kind of Girl I Could Love. Like, there are more tracks on the album that are really, really cool, but those are the three, like, my top 3. I'm a believer that you said it sounds so overhyped that, it kind of diminishes the fun for me. I just kind of like shrug and roll my eyes whenever those two songs play as I'm listening to the album. And the album cover is not that appealing to me. 8, we have the Monkees self-titled album released in 1966. It's a really nice introduction to the band. Like, it's a great first album. Like, that was the very first album that I bought on vinyl. Like, the first Monkees album that I bought on vinyl. There were some really cool tunes on it. That's a nice introduction to the band. Like, Last Train in Clarksville, like, I've kind of warmed up to that one a little bit more. Take a Giant Step, Sweet Young Thing, Papa Jane's Blues, it's cool, but too much bubblegum pop for me, I guess. And I think that was also the issue with more of the Monkees. Number 7, we have the movie soundtrack under the same title, Head, released in 1968. It has probably, like, the best musical numbers ever, like the Porpoise song, Can You Dig It, Do I Have to Do This All Over Again, Circle Sky. Like, every musical number on that album is fantastic. But the dialogue bits, some of them could have been left out. Like, I understand that, some of them are actually cool transitions into the next song, like from Supplicio into Can You Dig It. It's actually pretty cool. Number 6, we have the 1969 album Instant Replay. It was the first album since Peter left the group. Yeah. There's some really interesting tracks on that album, such as Through Looking Glass and Shorty Blackwell. Like, those two are the weird ones that come to mind, but still cool tracks. And all of Michael's songs on the album, they're rather depressing, but really good. Overall, album's actually pretty cool to listen to. Number 5, we have the 1967 album Headquarters, and that was the first album which all 4 monkees were together in the studio recording their music. Now, to me, that album sounds more like a demos and sessions compilation. Like, if you listen to selections from the Headquarters Sessions album, it's no different from the Headquarters album itself. But, you know, it has a really cool garage band vibe, and you know, just the idea that all 4 monkees were in the studio together and they sound like they're having a lot of fun, and it warms my heart. 4, we have the 2016 Good Times album, and it's such a good album. Like, there's no bad tracks on that album in my opinion. Like, Birth of an Accidental Hipster has to be my favorite. You know, it sounds like a Monkees album that could have been released back in the 1960s. It makes me so happy. Like, it's a nice summery vibe, you know. Bravo. Number 3, we have the 1968 album, The Birds, Bees, and the Monkees, probably the most underrated album in my opinion. It has the iconic Daydream Believer song, and well, that was the main reason why I bought the album in the first place. And it has some really cool experimental tunes that worked for me, like Magnolia Sims, Tapioca Tundra, Righting Wrongs, and P.O. Box 9847. You know, there's some really cool tracks on that album, like, it makes me really happy. Such an underrated album, you should listen to it. 2, we have the 1970 album, Present. To be quite honest, I felt Nez was in his prime, like that was his, this was Nez in his Monkee year prime? This is like, how do I explain this? Just, Michael wrote some fantastic songs on this album, like, oh my god. You know, Good Clean Fun, Listen to the Band is pretty iconic, and Oklahoma Backroom Dancer, Never Tell a Woman Yes, like, so good. The album cover is a little scary to be quite honest, but it's interesting. And I kind of feel that this was the best album with the partial Monkees lineup. Number 1, we have Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, released in 1967. I've been saying this is my favorite for the past 2 years, and it's still true. Like, it's the most influential album to me. Like, it contained The Door into Summer, which was the very first obscure Monkee song I ever heard, and the episode Some Like It Lukewarm, and the 2-year anniversary of that event is coming up really soon, and I'm so excited to make a video about it. Overall, the album is pretty amazing to listen to. I used to say it was underrated, but, you know, when I realized how many of my Monkees friends have said that that was their favorite, I realized that was wrong. And, well, Michael seems lead in most of the tracks on that album, which I'm pretty biased, I know. So there you have it. That's my album ranking. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a doozy to edit together. Alright, so that's the end of my video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave your album rankings in the comment section below. I would like to know what you all think. And yeah. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all next week. Bye.